Good morning, class. Before we start, everybody stand up and let us pray. May I call Jane to lead the prayer? Amen. Good morning, class. Before you take your seats, kindly pick up the piece of paper and arrange your chair. And please occupy the seats here in front. Are you done? Okay, thank you. You may now take your seat. So, are you ready for a brand new day? That's great. It's nice to have you here with me today. Is there anybody absent from the class? Very good. Perfect attendance. So, did I give you an assignment yesterday? If there is none, let us proceed to our next discussion. So this morning, we will have our discussion, but before that class, what will you do when our class is going on? Very good. You need to keep quiet. What else? Exactly. You need to sit properly. Let me see if you are sitting properly. Okay, very good. What about if you want to answer? Yes, you will raise your hands. How about if you have a group activity? Correct, you should cooperate. What if somebody is talking? Exactly, you should listen. So again, what are those classroom rules that we have? First, you need to keep quiet, sit properly, raise your hands, cooperate, and listen. Can I expect that from you? Alright, that's good to know. So before we proceed to our next topic, let us have first a short review about our previous lesson class. Can you still remember our lesson yesterday? Okay, everybody get one for sheet of paper for your short quiz. Are you done, class? So if you are done, please pass your paper and Jane will collect all your papers.
Before anything else, let's play a game first. I will group you into 3 groups. The right column will be the group 1, and the left column will be the group 2, and the last column automatically the group 3. I have here a box, and each card has a different words written on it. All you have to do is to have your designated leaders to come to the front and pick up 3 cards. Then go back to your group members and you have to give your own understanding about the words written on your chosen cards and write down all your ideas in your cartolina and present it to the class. Okay, I will give you 10 minutes to work your activity. Are we clear, class? Okay, you can start now. Post number. Okay, very good.
So class, based on the activity that we have, what have you noticed? Yes? That's good. The activity that we have is related to our topic for today. And our topic for today is all about the basic concepts and principles in social sciences. But before we proceed to our discussion, may I read to you first the objectives of our lesson. At the end of this lesson, students are expected to discuss the methods of inquiry of the different social science disciplines, differentiate various social science disciplines, and explain the importance of studying the various social science disciplines. Class, I have one question for you. Why do we need to study social sciences and its disciplines? Yes, who can answer? Yes. Very good. Some more answers. Yes. That's right. Studying social science may help us understand society and as well as It will help us better respond to different social phenomena. Social sciences have its disciplines, and this includes anthropology, economics, geography, linguistics, history, sociology, psychology, and political science. First, we will discuss about anthropology. Anthropology is the scientific study of humans, especially of their origin, behavior, and their physical, social, and cultural development. Anthropology is one of significant academic branch which encompasses the different aspects of human conditions and how, over the years, cultures have shaped by human behavior. Anthropology have its branches. So we have first the physical anthropology. Physical anthropology is the study of human biology. It explains an evolutionary perspectives towards the study of human conditions and their diversity. Next, cultural anthropology is the study and comparative analysis of pre-literate societies of human behavior. In other terms, cultural anthropology studies about the societies and cultures in its many aspects around the world. Next, we have archaeology. It's the study of earlier cultures and way of life. Archaeology is concerned by tracing the evolution and development of cultures over centuries. Next, we have the second branch of social science is economics. Economics is the study of the use of scarce resources to satisfy the unlimited human wants. And this is according to Richard Lipsey. Economics is the study of how the humans spend and utilize their available resources in order to satisfy their unlimited wants and needs. And in other words, economics is all about distribution, production, and consumption of available resources. Next, we have economics have two major fields, and these are the macroeconomics and microeconomics. Macroeconomics analyzes how economics functions as a whole or its basic subdivisions such as the government or the business sectors. In other words, macroeconomics focuses on the overall production, or it studies the entire economic activities rather than individual units. On the contrary, microeconomics focuses on the behavior of individual agents like household, industries, and firms. Next, we have the geography. According to Peter Haggett, geography is the study of the Earth's surface and the space within which human population lives. Geography is one of fundamental branch which studies about land, salient features, crucial phenomena that impact the Earth along with human population and the relationship between human population and the land. So geography have two main branches, and these are the physical geography and human geography. First, we have physical geography, the Earth sciences perspective. Physical geography studies about the all aspects of natural environment or the physical characteristics of world's natural content, including land, air, water, plants, and animals that inhabit those domains. And human geography, human aspects, specifically the concept of culture. It studies about the human, their relationship or their interaction within their surroundings. Next, we have 5 themes of geography. First is the location, in latitude and longitude, in relation to another place. Or location indicates the exact position of places on Earth. Place. It demonstrates the physical features and human features. Next, interaction. People adapt to the environment and people change the environment. Or it studies about how do people rely on, adapt to, and modify their environment. Next, we have movement. Travel from place to place or exchange of goods and ideas. In other terms, movement studies about how do people, goods, services, and ideas transfer from one place to another. And last, we have the region. It is united by similar physical conditions and united by common cultural traits. Next discipline of social science is linguistics. It is the study of scientific languages. Or in other terms, linguistics is the study of how language is formed, its main origin, and its evolution. Specifically, linguistics have three parts, and this includes morphology, phonology, and syntax. First is the morphology or the study of language forms. Phonology is the study of sounds of language, and syntax is the study of words is formed into phrases. Next, history is the study of the past, specifically the people, societies, events, and problems of the past as well as our attempts to understand them. In simple terms, history is about studying past in order for understanding of the present through various available resources. History have its branches and its equivalent them. First, we have social history, or the experience of common people. Social history is the study of history of people and its societies. Next, cultural history. It focuses on the customs, arts, traditions. Political history. Its of them is on political ideas, events, movements, parties, and leaders. Or in other way, political history is the study of history of political systems. Next, we have economic history. It focuses on the economic occurrences, way of living, distribution of goods and services. Next, we have diplomatic history, international relations between states, or it studies about the histories between the international relations. Military history, military affairs, strategies, doctrine, armed conflict. History of religion, religious experiences and ideas, or it's simply terms that it studies about religion. History of women. It focuses on women's role on history or the history of feminism. And lastly, we have environmental history, or the human interaction with nature and environment. Environmental history is the study of history of natural environment and its diverse components.
Okay, so let us proceed to the other disciplines of social science, which is the political science. So, first, let us define what is political science. So, when we say political science, it is focuses on the theory and practice of government and politics at the local, state, national, and international levels. So, class, when we say political science, it is the scientific study of politics. So, it is a social science which dealing with system of governance and power, and the analysis of political activities, political thoughts, political behavior, and associations with laws and governments. So, this includes the processes of government, like for example, how a bill becomes a law, and the study of constitutions of government, like the presidency, the Congress, and etc. And of course, the behavior of people or the citizens within the government. So next, we have other types of political science. We have comparative politics. So first, let us define what is comparative politics. So comparative politics is the study of other countries, citizens, and political units, and analyzes the similarities, the differences between those political units. The other types of political science. First is the comparative politics. So, first, let us define what is comparative politics. So, when we say comparative politics, it is the study of other countries, citizens, the different political units, and analyzes the similarities and differences between those political units. So, comparative politics class is significant because it helps people understand the nature and framework of political around the world. So, some examples of comparative politics is the studying the differences between the presidential and the parliamentary systems, like the democracy systems and the dictatorships. So next we have the policy studies and analysis. So when we say policy studies, it is the other or subdiscipline of political science, which includes the analysis of policy making and the contents of policy. So when it comes to the policy analysis, it is helpful especially for the public officials in order for them to know how the social, the economic, and political conditions change and how public officials or policies must evolve in order for them to meet the changing needs of a changing society. Okay, next we have sociology. So according to Henry Fairchild, sociology is the study of man and his human environment and their relations to each other. So when we say sociology class, it is the study of social life, social change, and consequences of human behavior. So some examples of sociology include studying of racial issues, gender dynamics, phenomena, and feelings around entertainment, the structure of different social institutions, and the development of different social movements. And next we have two branches of sociology. So first we have the general sociology, which deals with the properties and homogeneity common to all social and cultural phenomena. So through sociology class, you can analyze everything from short contacts between anonymous individuals on the street to social topics on a global scale. So class studying sociology is beneficial both for individuals and for our society, because by studying sociology, we as people learn how to think critically about social issues and the problems that confronts our society. So the second branches of sociology is the special sociology. So it is focuses on specific socio-cultural phenomenon, and it is a studies of a specific socio-cultural phenomenon which is selected for detailed study. Okay, so let's proceed to the last disciplines of social science, which is the psychology. So according to Sigmund Freud and William James, psychology is the science of mental life, both of its phenomena and their conditions. So when we say psychology class, it is the study of mind and behavior. So it encompasses the biological influences, the social pressures, and the environmental factors that affects people on how they act, they feel, and on how they demonstrate their self. So for example, a study in psychological science demonstrates that people under stress tends to eat high-calorie foods. So individuals who think in a live for today mindset ate 40% more calories than the control group. So this illustration class shows that how our mental state can affect healthy habits. So and if eating habits are impacted to our mental state, then other lifestyle habits and choices can be as well. So next we have different branches of psychology. First we have abnormal psychology. So the interest of abnormal psychology, it looks at psychopathology and abnormal behavior, depression to obsession compulsion. So it means that related to abnormal psychology, it is the anxiety disorder, the post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, so let's proceed to the behavioral psychology. So the interest of behavioral psychology class, it is the theory of learning based upon the idea that all behaviors are acquired through conditioning. So the behaviorism continues to explore how our behavior are shaped by reinforcement and movements. So next we have the biopsychology. When it says biopsychology class, it is the study of how the brain influences behavior. So the biopsychology examines topics such as how your eyes are able to inform your brain what you are reading, how the brain interprets the information, and how your brain communicates with your hand to move the mouse and click on different links. So next we have the cognitive. So the interest of cognitive, it is focuses on internal states such as motivation, problem solving, decision making, and attention. So the concept of learning itself class, it is also an example of cognition. It is about the way in which our brain makes connections while remembering what we are learned. So the ability to reason logically is an excellent example of cognition, problem solving, and making judgments about informations. So next, we have comparative psychology. So comparative psychology class, it is the study of animal behavior. So it is a self-explanatory. So let's proceed to cross-cultural psychology. So the interest of cross-cultural psychology class, it looks at how cultural factors influence human behavior, investigate how behaviors differs among cultures throughout the world. Like for example, class, a child psychologist might study how child rearing practices in different cultures so impact their development. So next we have developmental psychology. So the interest of developmental psychology, it looks at development across lifespan from childhood to adulthood. So an example of developmental psychology class would be the identification of developmental delay in a child's ability to speak and speech pathology interventions. So next we have educational psychology. It is concerned with schools and educational issues. So the common duties of educational psychologists includes observing the behavioral patterns of students. So next we have experimental psychology. It is utilizes scientific methods to research the brain and behavior. So the common are the experimental psychologist class is use a variety of different research and methods and tools for them to investigate the human behavior. Okay, so next we have the forensic psychology. So it deals with issues related to psychology and the law. So the examples of forensic psychology class, it is the intelligence testing, competence evaluation, and psychological in animal cases, the threat evaluations in schools, the counseling for victims and perpetrators of crimes. And those are the examples of forensic psychology. Next, we have the health psychology. Of course, when we say health psychology, it is focuses on how biology, psychology, the behavior, and social factors in and influence health illness. So, educating patients and making helpful choices such as around diet and exercise, even in the face of psychological stress. Like for example, avoiding stress eating, using exercise to reduce stress, participating in variety intervention unnecessary such as around addiction or serenity lifestyle. So we have two left branch of psychology, which is the personality psychology. It is focuses on the patterns of thoughts and feelings and behavior that make a person unique. So lastly, class, we have the social psychology. So It seeks to explain and understand social behavior, including groups. So just like for example, you are likely to behave much differently when you are around a group of your close friends than you could be in your colleagues or supervisors from work. So in other words, class, you act differently based on the persons you interact or you meet. So that's all for today. I hope you gain our discussions.
This time I will group you into 3 groups. Each group will be given a topic and expected to use any graphic organizer and present the class. Do you understand, class? Okay, group 1, please get your topic. Group 2 and group 3. I will give you 15 minutes to finish your work, but please be guided for the given criteria for this work. You can start now, class. Class, are you done? Now, let's proceed to the presentation of your works. Okay, group 1, you may now present your work. Okay, group 1? Very good. Group 2, please proceed. Okay, group 2? Excellent. And now, let's proceed to our last presenter, group 3. Okay, group 3, job well done.
Class, do you really understand about our topic for today? Okay, for now, we will have a game and we will call this Complete Me. First, I dream to be a social scientist because... Any idea? Yes? Okay, thank you. How about the idea of others? Yes? Very good. How about our society today is? Yes, Annabelle? Thank you so much. How about Rosel? Yes? Very good. And lastly, through the help of the social scientist disciplines, yes, Jonah? Thank you so much. How about Annabelle? Very good. Any question regarding to our discussion? If none, please get one piece of paper and we will have our quiz. But before that, before we jump to our quiz for today, we have 2 types of quiz. The part 1 is the multiple choice and the part 2 is the matching type. So, direction for the part 1, which is multiple choice, choose the letter of the best answer. Write your answer on your paper. And class, I will give you only 5 minutes to answer that and I will flash the question on the screen. Okay. So, all of you are finished answering the part 1. So, let's jump to the part 2, which is the matching type. So, for direction, match the items in column A with the items in column B. Write the letter of your correct answer on your paper. Class, I will give you only 5 minutes to answer part 2. And I will flash the questions on the screen. Okay, job well done. Please pass all your papers on the front and I will check it. Before we end, take note class, I will give you an assignment. Please bring picture of globe as a requirement for the activity. So, did you get it class? Yes, very good. That's all for today. Goodbye class and see you tomorrow.